Alright, so how's everybody doing? It's Hank back with another Two Birds and a Third short discussion video, whatever we're gonna call this. This is a video about the sports media and how I do not watch sports media. I remember being a kid, always watching ESPN and being very entertained. I think my favorite all-time show has always been NFL Primetime. I think that despite what anyone will say, Chris Berman and Tom Jackson are a perfect pair together. And when they had Stuart Scott, that was even great too. Rest in peace. But sports media has gone to crap. And I'm not even gonna go about the political reasons. Everyone's like, "Oh, sports media sucks because of the political reasons," and you have the black analysts and anchors talking about how much white people suck and stuff like. I'm not even gonna talk about that. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Sports media sucks because it is so incredibly watered down, and they do, on sports media, on like ESPN and FS1, they don't employ people who know about sports. They employ a bunch of talking heads who have never played the sport in their lives at a professional level, maybe at an organized level, but they have people on there who are not professionals on sports. What they have on there are a bunch of beat writers. A bunch of beat writers who are just used to reacting about what happened this week or what happened last week or what's going on this season. That is what we have on sports media. And you look at three potential individuals or three actual individuals. I'm not really going to go to ESPN that much because again, I don't really watch ESPN that much or even at all. I don't even see that many clips from ESPN posted on YouTube. You look at three individuals who I have nicknames for all three of these individuals. The first one is Skip Baseless. Skip Baseless is a guy who is put on television to be across from Shannon Sharpe, one of the greatest football players who has ever put on a uniform. A Hall of Famer, one of the greatest tight ends, is across the way from some dude who the only sport he played was high school basketball, and what? He averaged 1.4 points a game? That's an individual who does not deserve to be on television. Because he's not an expert on anything. He might have been a beat writer. He probably knows the bare bones minimum about sports or certain sports. But here's a guy who is basically put on TV to make excuses for the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't have an issue with the Dallas Cowboys. But all season, this man reacted to how much Carson Wentz was a deer in the headlights, throwing over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, maybe 1 interception, and Dak Prescott, who I'm not going to talk about Dak Prescott in a negative way because I don't judge NFL players after 2 seasons or after a potential 1 down year. But after Dak Prescott throws 1 touchdown and that's it. Yet Dak Prescott is better, and Skip Bayless likes to add that QBR stat. I swear, if I hear a QBR stat again, I'm putting my hand through the computer screen and ripping his guts out. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a joke. But Skip Bayless does not deserve to be on TV. He does not deserve to be talking sports. I completely agree with Troy Aikman when he said that Fox was bringing themselves, or Fox Sports was bringing themselves to a lower standard, bringing in Skip Baseless. Because he is completely out of his league. But I understand that he is a troll. He is an absolute troll that has been put on there in order to get a reaction out of people. So that's my theory. That's where I let things go. Second person, Nick Wrong. Nick Wrong. His name is Nick Wright, but I call him Nick Wrong because he is always wrong. Wrong about 90% of the time. This was the guy who, before the playoffs, and I thank him for jinxing the rest of the NFL, who said that the only team going into the playoffs, the only team that did not have a chance of going past the first round or winning a playoff game or going to the Super Bowl was the first seeded team from the NFC. And that was the only team this year that was hoisting the Lombardi. The guy is put on TV to look like a villain. He looks like a mustache twirling villain. He looks like a Bond villain. With his chiseled jaw, his perfect beard, his perfect shave on top of his head, but he doesn't know anything about football. Here's a Giants fan who has been doubting the Eagles all season long. Despite the fact that that team was the first seeded team in the NFC. And he was like, "Who have you played? Who have you played? Tell me, who have you played? I want to know, who have you played?" Nick, wrong. Who gives a rat's ballsack? Okay? The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. So who cares who they played? Who cares? The Eagles won. That team that you said had no chance, that team won. All right? Why do you have a show? Why do you have a show? And I can't talk trash about the guy who's sitting right across from you, Chris Carter, one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history. See, this is the issue with this situation. You have Hall of Fame players across from complete morons who don't know what they're talking about. That's the funny thing in this whole scenario. My dog is so pissed off about this whole situation. But that doesn't even bring me to the final person I'm going to talk about. And that final person I'm going to talk about is Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd. The man who, he's very informative. He sides with certain people and certain players. But the one issue with Colin Cowherd is he will always conveniently miss information that will absolutely make him a revisionist. I remember when he sat down, he was like, Philadelphia Phillies fans ran Terry Francona away from Philadelphia, and he's a World Series manager. Well, guess what, Cowherd? Guess what? He never had a winning season with the Phillies. Never had a winning season. Okay? Again, I just wanted to go through the screen and just strangle you. Because you missed that classic piece of information. He was horrible with the Phillies. Never finished better than a third place finish. Okay? Always averaged a third place or a fourth place finish every single year. Never had a winning record. That's why he got replaced. Ding dong. I'm not saying that I could do a better job, okay? I'm not an expert on sports, okay? I am a student of the game, all right? And I certainly would not put myself in the places of these rascals to make myself look worse than they do, okay? So that's all I got. It's Hank. I had to get that rant over with. That's why I don't watch sports media, okay? Besides little snippets here and there. Because it's absolutely useless. There's absolutely no reason to even view it. But that's all I have. Hope everyone's having a nice day, and hopefully, you bored out of your chairs watching the Combine. Peace.